Welcome back to the Common Room. That was Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons Grease.
It's the word, 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 it's the word. And you know what the word is now? Yeah or nah?
Yes, it is time for our favourite segment. Yeah, nah. Ashleigh, you're going to hit me first.
All right, all mine come from teens.lovetoknow.com because I have had no time to think of any new ones. These yes/no questions
Better
from
than
Zany
idioms.
and Random.
Just hit me.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Ooh. Nah.
Nah?
Nah, probably not. I mean, I like the idea of spirits, but probably nah. I haven't seen enough physical evidence.
I've never seen a ghost.
Just straight up, well, obviously it's nah.
Well, yeah, I haven't seen one.
So it doesn't exist?
There might be one. Maybe there's the Holy Ghost.
Let's not get into that debate.
All
We're not going to do that.
I don't think he's an actual ghost.
We're not going to. Okay, we're not going there. Okay, apple pie is the best sort of pie.
Apple?
Yes.
Oh, I like apple.
So that's a yeah.
Yeah, I'm going, yeah. I think it's the best pie.
I think
like
it's the
it with
best-
custard or ice cream.
Yeah. That's the debate though. Do you have it with whipped cream, custard, or ice cream?
You know,
Or do you have a combination of three?
you know which one it isn't? Whipped cream. Blur. Let's go.
Oh, fresh whipped cream.
Custard.
Fresh whipped
Yeah.
cream.
I love myself a custard.
I don't know if you can go all three, but you can do two. You can't do all three.
Interesting rules that you're putting on me. I can do what I like with my dairy products, I'll have you know.
What do you got for me?
Have you seen a UFO?
Nah.
Nah, me neither. I'm
What are
liking
these questions?
I'm liking these zany and random questions from lovetoknow.com. Look it up. It's great.
Again, this is just opinion. We're not trying to make a lawsuit or anything. We're just going to make it clear. Okay, Ash. Playing State of Origin, the NRL, in Adelaide. So they're playing the first game, basically, to make that clear. Playing State of Origin 1 in Adelaide is a waste of time.
All sports are a waste of time.
Oh.
It's just a fact of life. But you know what? If they want to waste their time doing that, let them do it. That's where I stand on the whole issue. So, yeah, it's a waste of time, but I'm not bothered by it.
I'm going to go, nah, it's not a waste of time. Because of the money that it will bring in, there's going to be a lot of viewers watching it. State of Origin is one of the most watched events in Australian TV. And I think because now that the borders are open, you will get Queenslander and New South Wales people over to Adelaide to watch this game. I can't describe how big State of Origin is to people over there. It is maniac like the rivalry that they have, and I am considering going to it, I must admit. And I know people will argue that we shouldn't have it in Adelaide, we should have it in Melbourne because they are more of a rugby central, so not rugby central.
They're diseased at the moment. You can't send it there.
You can't send it there. There's also argument you should have it in Perth because there at least is a knowledge of rugby. They used to, of course, in the Super Rugby team, the Western Force. So,
But they're not letting anyone in.
yeah, but so that's the problem. I think Adelaide is the perfect destination and it's going to help grow rugby. Now, a lot of people will argue, but we're also AFL based anyway. So what's the point of bringing it here? You can have both. You can support two things. We
true.
are capable.
You know, I totally agree with that. You can support two things.
Yeah.
For example, I like Doctor Who and Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think they're mutually exclusive.
What do you
All
got
right,
for
shoot
me?
me down. I don't think that's mutually exclusive, okay? Don't judge me. All right, you're
Next.
going to like this next question. Can cats jump 6 times their length?
What?
Yes or no?
Is that a yeah? No. So do I have to prove this like it's a science experiment? I've just got to get a cat and say go.
This is just a yes/no question. Can cats jump 6 times their length? Yes or no? Yeah or nah?
Say yeah, probably.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. These questions are very random and unexpected.
See what happens when Ash doesn't do his research or.
It's from 100 random and unexpected yes/no questions. And you know what? They live up to the name. Good job, Zandy and Random.
You're going to do your research next episode, aren't you?
No, I'm enjoying this so much more. You wait till you get to the next one, all right?
Spring is the best season of the year. Yeah, no.
Oh, spring has sprung, the grass had riz. I wonder where the birdie is.
Well, is it?
Yes, I enjoy spring, except for the hay fever. Maybe I don't enjoy spring, but it looks pretty out the window. I think spring is good at a distance.
I think spring is probably either the best or second. It's hard because I really like winter because of the snow, but you can have
You don't get that
snow
here.
in spring. Yeah, but you can still go on holiday and go to snow.
That's true, but you can do that in summer.
And I don't mind rain. Rain's annoying, I know, but it helps all the farmers out. And it's quite. I like walking in the rain when it's not like so heavy. You just got those puddles that you can.
How come we've had more rain in the last few weeks than we've had like all winter?
Isn't it?
Answer me that.
It's a La Nina event, isn't it? That's why.
Ooh, science man. Please explain more.
It's basically a cycle where we see colder and wetter weather from memory. Look, we need a scientist in it. Don't suddenly.
But I thought the El Nino effect was no longer in effect, Brayden. I thought that had finished up in the last year.
I'm going off high school knowledge here, Ash.
Me as well. Me as well. All right. This is the big question. This is probably my favorite out of the 100 random, unexpected yes/no question from Zandy and random. Were you in a swamp yesterday?
What?
Were you in a swamp yesterday?
Well, this is the easiest one. Nah.
Oh, I thought we'd get more discussion out of it than this. I think this is aimed at Shreks or something.
Like, I could understand maybe if we were in Mawson Lakes, because that's like
Is a
sort of
swamp, yeah.
sort of swampy land. If we were in Florida, or if we were in, that's the weirdest question. Why even ask that?
Well, maybe because the next question is, did you see Bigfoot?
But who just randomly comes? So are these questions meant to be just brought up at parties or something?
Yeah, they're
Were you in a swamp today?
Random questions to ask people spontaneously, yes or no.
How to get people suddenly walking away from you by the sound of it? Were you in a swamp yesterday?
And did you see a Bigfoot?
Oh, I did.
Do you reckon there's a Bigfoot?
Oh, that's good, yeah. I think there is a Bigfoot, but it's not to that description that we've been given. They probably just. I imagine it was probably a bear that they've seen. A big bear.
Well, small bear if it's human size. Bears are quite big.
Oh, that's a good point. But yeah, I think it was a bear. So yes,
Or some
I think there is a
great ape.
Bigfoot, but I don't think it is an actual Bigfoot.
Interesting theory.
Yeah.
So you're saying, yeah, it's a Bigfoot, but it's not Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I'd probably agree with you.
Yeah. The wombat is the best Australian native animal.
It sure is. Have you seen its poops? Cube. It
That's the
poops
whole
cube.
thing that you're basing on what it poops.
It poops a cube. You can play Dungeons and Dragons with it.
I'm never playing Dungeons and Dragons with you.
All right. First is you're not playing Monopoly with me. Now you're not playing Dungeons and Dragons.
See, I don't know on this one. I really, really like wombats, but I really rate Tassie Devils. I just don't know what it is. It's literally a devil.
A demon from the
Whoever thought of that name was great. Absolutely
vicious.
top name. And I mean, when I look at most Australian native animals, I just love them. Like the kangaroo is the most mental thing ever. Let's create basically something that jumps on two legs and then can just randomly jump so high that you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, walking's kind of lame. This one bounces. Let's make a bouncy one. That's what we need more of. Bouncy animals.
I love the fact that we have an emu, which is essentially a bush with a head.
A vicious bush with a head. It's angry.
Got a long neck and everything, but it is like, and even the noise that an emu makes, it's basically just banging a drum whenever it speaks to you. I love it. And the platypus, what were they thinking on that?
The male ones are poisonous.
Yeah,
They got
exactly.
venomous spikes on their.
But who thinks of an animal with a bill, like fur, poisonous claws, can swim,
Lays eggs.
I mean, I can understand Ross. That's why I came with like the emu, like it's basically a bush with a head from Ross Noble. He described it like that. Robin Williams describes the platypus very well. If you haven't seen it, I really recommend looking that on YouTube.
But to get back to the main point, the wombat, you know what they are? They're just like mini tanks. I tell you what, they are solid.
They're a ball of muscle. Okay, I'll question then. What's better, hairy-nosed or common wombats? Now, you got the northern hairy nose and the southern hairy nose, and you've also got the common. Which of the three?
Oh, common. You don't get common if you're not good. I'm telling you what.
That's hard.
That guy's a tank.
I think I like the look of common ones more, I must admit. I don't know what it is. Like the hairy nose almost look a bit pig-like. Do you get what I mean? Like they're like mini pigs, but they're like a ball of muscle that will take your legs out.
I heard a story of someone who somehow a wombat had been shut in their outside toilet overnight. And basically, when they opened it the next day, like the whole basin was just like shattered. It'd just been headbutting everything to shreds.
We've got some crazy animals here.
They're like muscle. They're the tank of the land.
The tank of the land.
The tank of the Australian bushland. The wombat.
So get out there and support your Australian wildlife. I think.
Can you
is the
imagine
biggest
having those massive like wombats from like 1,000 years ago? You know, those original wombats they find in the fossil records?
Well, I was told it when I went to the sanctuary in Adelaide. I'm not going to describe which one in case the information is wrong. That koalas came from wombats basically, and the koala basically evolved because one day a wombat decided to climb a tree.
I think
basically.
evolution is that simple, yeah.
Yeah. So are you just saying that we had really big?
No, haven't you ever seen them?
No.
No, from the fossil records, the ancient megafauna that Australia had.
Yeah.
This is before even the Aboriginal people migrated across over here.
Yeah.
They're just massive wombats, like elephant size almost, like rhinos walking around.
I feel like this is a subject we should
wombats.
get back onto.
I think we need to educate Brayden on the megafauna of Australia because I tell you what, it's pretty epic.
We could do a whole segment on this.
I reckon they're
Australia.
better than dinosaurs. I tell you what, 'Cause they're
Giant
mammals.
wombats that just.
No, not even mammals. Marsupials, which are like the size of a house. It's crazy.
We're going to come back to this because we can just do a whole section on Australian native animals. I think we got that. I think we got that, Ash. We got it covered. Anyway, it is time for a break. You are listening to The Common Room on Unicast.